In this video, I'm going to talk about why in 2025, I still use Bubble. You've probably heard about tools like Lovable, Bolt, and Cursor. I've been making lots of videos about them on the No Code MBA YouTube channel, and I love building with these tools. But for many use cases, I still come back to Bubble. In this video, we're going to talk about why that is, what are the benefits and drawbacks of using Bubble today, and where Bubble says it's going in the future. If you're interested in the future of AI and no-code development, you're going to want to watch this video. So the first thing that I want to talk about is what Bubble has updated their homepage to. So right here on the homepage, what Bubble says is meet AI-powered visual development. So they are leaning in to this idea of AI-powered, so similar to the way that Lovable and Bolt works, where you can ask the AI to build for you. But they want to combine it with the visual development that Bubble has already built out. So the visual development is right here on the left side. You can see everything that is happening in your app visually. You can update the logic visually. You understand how your app is built visually. One of the challenges that I come across when I build in apps like Lovable and Bolt is they do a really great job of getting started and getting you from zero to MVP. Lovable, Bolt, Cursor, these tools are really, really good. Now, to go beyond that right now, I would say you need to have some level of understanding of how code works, how apps work. Now, you can ask the AI this, but you're probably going to get into a point where you get stuck, and it's going to be very hard to get out of that, especially if you don't have coding experience. Now, all of these tools are changing quickly, but this is the way I see it right now in the landscape. So the main reason that I would still use Bubble today is if I want to build an app that I know is going to be secure, that I know is going to scale, that I know is going to be able to handle thousands of users, and it's going to be able to be something that I understand how it all works. So if I want to add a feature, I'm going to understand how to do it. Now, of course, you do have to understand how Bubble works to do this, and there is a learning curve. If you want to check the link in the description to go to No Code MBA, you can learn Bubble and how it works in detail. So there is a learning curve here, but there's going to be a learning curve in anything that you do. But with Bubble, you're going to have that ability to understand everything that's happening, as opposed to just having a lot of code. If you're not technical, it's going to be very challenging. Now, the other thing with Bubble right now is they are just starting to build out some of their AI generation features. They've promised a lot more. So they've promised almost a full hybrid of what Lovable and Bolt is right now and what Bubble is right now as well. Now, this is something that isn't fully available yet, so you're going to have to wait for them to release it. So now might be a good time for you to learn Bubble, understand how to build in Bubble, and then once all of those AI features are available, and you can even go here to watch their vision. They have a video that they just launched to kind of explain what they're planning to fully build with Bubble AI. And then once that's fully ready, you're going to have the knowledge to build with AI, but then also understand how Bubble works behind the scenes. The other reason that I would still recommend using Bubble today is you have the ability to tweak the designs fully visually. So you have complete control over exactly what your app looks like. Now, this does mean that you need to have some design skills to make your app look good. And this is also something that when all of their AI features come out, I think they're going to handle most of this for you the way that Lovable and Bolt does right now. But that's just something to keep in mind, that right now with Bubble, you can fully control every pixel on the page. Now, one of the drawbacks of using Bubble, and that will continue to be a drawback moving forward, is you cannot export the code. This is something that I really like about using tools like Lovable and Bolt, is that you are not locked in at all. I can start in Lovable, then the output is code that's in my GitHub account that I can use with Cursor or Windsurf or any other code editor that I want to use that has AI power with it. So that's one of the benefits of using tools like Bolt and Lovable right now versus Bubble, which is not going to let you export the code. Maybe in the future they will, but right now they don't let you do that. And I'm not sure if they're fully set up to be able to let you do that. The other reason to use tools like Bolt and Lovable now is how quickly you can get something off the ground that looks really good and is really functional. Just as an example, within just a few minutes, you can build a really nice task manager like this, just as an example, with even AI functionality to be able to break down your tasks. So like apps like this, and even apps that are more complicated, I can show you some other things that I've built. Like here's an app that I've built fully in Cursor, which is almost like a landing page generator. On the left side, you can ask it what to build. On the right side, it'll generate this. Like this is pretty amazing and something that would be very, very difficult to build in Bubble and build it as quickly, just being able to have this UI built out as quickly. So that's kind of just to give you the landscape of where things are right now. But of course, as Bubble continues to build out their AI functionality, they may start to get feature parity with some of the things that I'm talking about with Bolt and Lovable and Cursor and other tools like that. So hopefully this was helpful to give you some background and knowledge about the space, the no-code space, the AI space now, where tools like Bubble are fitting in. I also recommend checking out WeWeb. They're another tool similar to Bubble that has visual editing built in. But one of the benefits of WeWeb is you get to export your code. And what WeWeb is doing is also building a lot of this similar AI generation right into the platform. So I think that these tools are converging. Tools like Lovable and Bolt are going to converge into visual editing. And then tools that have started with visual editing like Bubble and WeWeb are going to converge into AI. So it's important, I think, to keep an eye on the landscape, understand what are the drawbacks and what are the reasons to use each of these tools so you're using the best tool for your use case. Check the link in the description to go to No Code MBA. Take dozens of in-depth tutorials teaching you how to build apps, websites, and automations from start to finish, including in-depth courses on how to build with Bubble, how to build AI apps using Bubble so you can build your own AI wrapper apps, and it'll take you from start to finish of how to do that and how to connect to different AI APIs. And then all of that knowledge is always going to be helpful when you're building with tools like Lovable and Bolt and want to connect to APIs as well. So anything that you can learn about API connecting is going to be helpful with any of these apps and any of these no-code tools that you want to build with. Leave a comment if you have any questions at all. If there's anything you want to see in the future, let us know. And otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.